Good morning, Farmer Joe here, just after a little walk here. And there's my little pal here now, Tiny. How you, buddy? And here's my other pal here, look. Lie down there, Skip. Lie down. Good boy. Yeah, so look. And I was only walking around the park there, nice and relaxed. And I have a question for everybody out there. Where do you think we're going after here? Now honestly, what's your honest opinion? Where do you honestly think you're going after here? And if you don't believe, everybody has a choice. But I'll tell you a couple of little stories why I believe. And Farmer Joe is certainly not afraid, to die. Definitely not. And I'll just give you a few examples. When I was 7 years old, I ended up, and I have it written into my book, a book there, This Is My Dream, where I've written a movie, and I always wanted to thank this man, but I fell into, myself and my brother Alan were going around collecting crabs and blackrock out on the beach out there, and I fell into a pool of water, and it was all seaweedy, and I was drowning, genuinely, and this man jumped off. There used to be an old bats out there, seawater bats, and he jumped off a wall very high and took me up out of the water. But anyway, that's one occasion, and I nearly drowned with Shadow, another dog I had over in a park beside me here, but that's neither here nor there. That was 5 years ago. But well, I'll tell you something. I had a friend of mine that died, won't give any names, and I was only with him the night before, and his son found him at 5 o'clock in the morning on the floor of his kitchen, and he was brought to James's Hospital, and he was dead at 8 o'clock, died of a heart attack. Had a massive heart attack, found him on the floor, went down to the fridge for his drink, which he was all disorientated. Well, Tiny here, this little fella here, I have 2 smoke alarms in my bedroom. And one went off around 5 o'clock and the other one went off around 8 o'clock. And then I was speaking to another mate of mine, I won't give any names, he's a mechanic. And he said, oh, you heard last night, so-and-so, so-and-so. I said, oh yeah, you. And he said, oh, and what happened? And he said, he had a problem at 5 o'clock, found on the floor, ambulance came, brought to the hospital, died at 8 o'clock. So, and then I had another friend of mine. I was on a holiday out in Thailand. I was out there for 3 months. That's when I met my wife out there in 2004. And I was with a guy, I'll give his name, Ace was his name, from Australia. He was working on the oil rigs. With him the night before, great night the night before. And he was due to fly out the next morning. And about 3 days later, the bar we were in, someone came along and said Ace never showed up for work. So we ended up getting a locksmith and going around and getting into his apartment, and there he was dead in the bed. But the night before, I was on the 5th floor of a hotel, and I got a bang on the window. We left him about 3 o'clock, and we got a bang on the window around 6 o'clock in the morning. So he must have, I'm saying it was him banging on the window. Whatever, ghost, whatever way, spirit world, whatever happens. And and then this fella here, Skipper, I lost a dog the 30th of April, 2021. And Tiny was very sad, very, very down on himself. So I ended up buying this fella here, down in Kilkenny from Paul O'Neill. Fella bus has buses down there. And when Paul sent up the papers for this fella here, he was born the same day Shadow died, my other dog. And he goes on exactly like, I used to say security to my dog, and he'd bark. He was doing the same from a small pup. I never house trained him, never had to do anything. He just fell into the way Shadow was, and feels exactly like him. So is there something after here? Who knows? But I tell you what I do believe in. And I mean this now. I'm going to cut this now, it's over 4 minutes long. I believe our life flashes in front of us like a movie before we leave. Just in it, you see everything, what you've done in life. And it's never the wrong time to change the script of your life. If you've had a bad script, if you've been bad to people, it's never too late to turn it into a good ending. We all have that choice, and I maintain we will see what we do in life before we go. And look, as I said before, and I'll finish on this, Joe Byrne here, Farmer Joe, I'm certainly not afraid to die. You know, I've never gone out of my way to do wrong on anybody. And I can honestly tell you, the movie I'll see when I'm leaving here will be a good one. Farmer Joe in Dublin, bye bye, take care.